Welcome back to the BS Coins world, where we explore valuable coins you might have in your pocket right now. Today, we're going to talk about a coin that has been gaining attention, the 1994 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny. You might be surprised to learn that this penny, which is often overlooked, could be worth up to $1 million in rare cases. Yes, you heard that right, $1 million. So, what makes the 1994 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny so special? First, let's talk about the history of the coin. The 1994 Lincoln penny is part of the long-running Lincoln cent series that began in 1909. Most coins produced in Philadelphia do not carry a mint mark, which is why you'll see no mint mark on many Lincoln pennies from that time. While the majority of these pennies are worth their face value, certain unique characteristics can make some of them extremely valuable to collectors. What you should be looking for in a 1994 no mint mark penny is primarily its condition. Coins that have been graded by professional services as MS or mint state, especially those with a grade of 67 or higher, can fetch a high price. MS 67 is an extremely high grade, meaning the coin is in near-perfect condition with no wear and only minor imperfections. A penny with this grade could sell for thousands of dollars, and the most pristine examples might even approach $1 million at auction. Another factor that can increase the value of the 1994 no-mint mark penny is any unique errors. Error coins are those that have been struck incorrectly due to mistakes during the minting process. These mistakes can include double-die errors, off-center strikes, or other irregularities that make the coin one of a kind. If your penny has a visible error, it could be worth much more than a regular 1994 Lincoln penny. Let's not forget about the importance of rarity and demand. While millions of 1994 no-mint mark pennies were produced, finding one in pristine condition with an error or other rare quality is exceedingly difficult. That's what makes it valuable. Collectors are always on the lookout for rare coins that stand out, and the demand for high-grade pennies has been increasing over the years. So, how can you find out if your 1994 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is worth a lot of money? The first step is to examine the condition of the coin. Look for any wear or damage. If the coin looks uncirculated or close to it, you might have something special. Next, check for any visible errors or abnormalities in the coin's design. Lastly, consider getting your penny professionally graded by a trusted coin grading service. While this does require a small investment, it can be well worth it if your coin turns out to be extremely valuable. If you're lucky enough to have a 1994 no-mint mark Lincoln penny in pristine condition, it could potentially be worth up to $1 million. Of course, not every penny will reach that value, but even lower-grade examples can still fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars at auction. In conclusion, always keep an eye out for these coins. You never know when you might come across a rare treasure in your pocket change. The 1994 no-mint mark Lincoln penny might look like an ordinary coin, but with the right combination of condition, rarity, and demand, it could be worth a fortune. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like and subscribe for more coin collecting tips and insights. We're diving into the fascinating world of valuable coins, specifically the 1980 no-mint mark Lincoln penny that could potentially be worth a staggering $1.2 million. Yes, you heard that right. A simple penny from your pocket change could be worth over $1 million. So, what makes this penny so valuable? Let's break it down. First, it's important to understand the basics. The 1980 Lincoln penny was produced in large quantities by the United States Mint. However, not all of these pennies were created equal. Some rare variations, like the ones without a mint mark, can be worth a small fortune to collectors. When we talk about no mint mark, it simply means that the coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. Typically, pennies produced in Philadelphia before 1980 didn't carry a mint mark. But what makes some of these coins more valuable than others is their condition and any unique features or errors that may have occurred during the minting process. So, how can a penny from 1980 be worth $1.2 million? This is where coin grading comes into play. The value of a coin depends heavily on its condition, which is graded on a scale from 1 to 70. The closer to perfect a coin is, the more valuable it becomes. Coins that are in mint state or MS with a grade of 67 or higher are incredibly rare and can fetch huge prices at auction point. One of the key reasons collectors are willing to pay such high prices for these pennies is the rarity factor. Even though millions of 1980 pennies were produced, finding one in near-perfect condition with no mint mark is extremely difficult. The rarity combined with the condition is what drives up the value. Additionally, some of these pennies may have unique errors that occurred during the minting process. These errors can include off-center strikes, double dies, or even planchet errors where the metal used wasn't standard. Error coins are highly sought after by collectors, and the rarer the error, the more valuable the coin becomes. Now, you're probably wondering how you can tell if you have one of these rare and valuable pennies. The first thing to do is check your coin for any mint mark. If there's no mint mark on the front of the coin, just under the date, then it was minted in Philadelphia. Next, examine the coin's condition. Does it look almost brand new, with no visible wear and tear? If so, you might be in luck. To be sure, you'll want to have your penny professionally graded. Sending your coin to a reputable grading service like the Professional Coin Grading Service, or PCGS, will give you a certified grade and can help you determine its true value. If your coin comes back with a high grade, you could be sitting on a penny worth hundreds of thousands or even over $1 million. So, what should you do if you find one of these pennies in your collection? First, make sure to store it properly to avoid any further damage. Keep it in a protective case and avoid handling it with your fingers, as oils from your skin can degrade the coin's condition. Then, consider having it appraised by a professional or sending it off for grading. In recent years, there have been a few examples of these 1980 no mint mark Lincoln pennies selling for huge sums at auction. While not every penny will reach the $1 million mark, there are certainly opportunities to fetch thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars for a high-quality coin. Collectors are always on the lookout for rare pieces like this, so if you happen to have one in great condition, you could be in for a big payday. To wrap things up, the 1980 no mint mark Lincoln penny is a prime example of how everyday coins can hold extraordinary value. Whether it's due to their condition, rarity, or unique errors, these coins have become a hot commodity in the world of numismatics. If you're a collector or just someone who loves the idea of finding treasure in your pocket change, keep your eyes peeled for one of these rare gems. You never know. You could be holding on to a coin worth over $1 million. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more videos on valuable coins and currency. We're going to dive deep into the 1989 no mint mark Lincoln penny and explore why it's believed to be worth up to $1.3 million. That's right, a penny that could potentially change your life. So let's get started by breaking down what makes this coin so valuable. The first thing to understand is the no mint mark. When you look at most coins, you'll notice a small letter indicating where the coin was minted. For example, AD for Denver or an S for San Francisco. But the 1989 penny we're talking about has no mint mark, which means it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. While this might seem ordinary at first, what really sets this penny apart is its rarity and the potential for high-grade versions of this coin to reach jaw-dropping prices. Now, when we talk about the value of any coin, condition is everything. The most valuable 1989 no mint mark Lincoln pennies are those that are in mint state condition. This means the coin has never been circulated and shows no signs of wear or damage. These coins are often graded by professional services, and the higher the grade, the more valuable the coin becomes. A coin in perfect condition could easily fetch thousands, but those rare pennies that score at the very top can reach the $1 million mark. You might be asking yourself, how can a penny be worth so much? The answer lies in both its rarity and its demand among collectors. Pennies like this one are part of American history. Collectors are willing to pay extraordinary sums for the chance to own one of the few high-grade examples of a coin like this. In addition to condition, errors or unique characteristics can also increase a coin's value. Sometimes during the minting process, mistakes happen, and these errors can make the coin even more valuable. While there aren't widely known major errors associated with the 1989 no mint mark penny, it's always worth taking a closer look at any unique features your coin might have. Even a small error can skyrocket its value. Now, let's talk about where you might find one of these rare pennies. The good news is that 1989 no mint mark Lincoln pennies are still out there in circulation. This means you could find one in your pocket change or while searching through a jar of old coins. While the chances of finding one in pristine condition are slim, it's not impossible. And even if you find one in circulated condition, it could still be worth more than just a penny. But remember, if you think you've found a valuable penny, it's essential to have it professionally appraised or graded. This will give you a better idea of its true value and ensure you're getting the most for it if you decide to sell to SO. If you're a coin collector or just someone who wants to try their luck, start searching through your old coins. Who knows, you might just find a 1989 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny worth millions. In conclusion, the 1989 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny is a fascinating example of how a simple coin can become highly valuable due to its condition, rarity, and demand among collectors. Whether you're a seasoned collector or a casual treasure hunter, keep an eye out for this coin, and you might just strike it rich. We're diving into the world of the 1962 D Lincoln penny and its potential value of $1.4 million. Yes, you heard that right, a penny that could be worth over $1 million. It's time to find out if you have one of these rare treasures sitting unnoticed in your pocket change or collection now. The 1962 D Lincoln penny was minted in Denver with the D mint mark, distinguishing it from pennies minted in Philadelphia or San Francisco. Denver minted millions of these pennies in 1962, so what makes this coin special and potentially worth a fortune? To start, it's important to know that not every 1962 D penny is worth $1 million. Most of them are just worth their face value or slightly more to collectors, but there are certain conditions and rare variations that can cause these coins to skyrocket in value, and that's what we'll be focusing on today. One of the key factors in determining a penny's value is its condition. Coins that are in mint state or uncirculated condition are much more valuable than those that have been heavily circulated. This means that a penny with sharp details, no scratches or wear, and a beautiful luster has the potential to be worth a lot more. For a 1962 D penny to reach the staggering value of $1.4 million, it would need to be in nearly perfect condition, graded by experts as MS 67 or higher. Another important aspect to look for is any errors or anomalies on the coin. Error coins are highly sought after by collectors because they're rare and unique. In the case of the 1962 D penny, certain minting errors such as double dies, die cracks, or off-center strikes can significantly increase the coin's value. One famous error to look for in 1962 D pennies is a double die. This occurs when the die that stamps the image onto the coin shifts slightly between strikes, causing parts of the design to appear doubled. If you find a 1962 D penny with a double date or doubling on Lincoln's portrait, you could be looking at a coin worth thousands or even millions of dollars. Another rare error is a repunched mint mark or RPM. This happens when the D mint mark was stamped more than once, creating a visible shadow or doubling on the mint mark itself. If your 1962 D penny has this error, you might have a valuable coin on your hands. Now, you might be wondering how you can find out if your 1962 D penny is worth $1.4 million or close to it. The first step is to carefully examine the coin under good lighting or with a magnifying glass. Look for any signs of minting errors such as doubling or unusual features. Pay close attention to the mint mark and the date, as these areas are often where errors occur. If you think you have a special penny, the next step is to have it professionally graded by a reputable coin grading service such as the Professional Coin Grading Service (PCGS) or Numismatic Guarantee Corporation (NGC). These organizations will assess the condition of your coin and determine if it has any valuable errors or special features. Keep in mind that even if your 1962 D penny isn't worth $1 million, it could still be valuable to collectors. Pennies in mint state condition, or those with minor errors, can still fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars at auction. So why are these pennies so valuable? It all comes down to rarity, demand, and condition. While millions of 1962 D pennies were minted, only a tiny fraction of them have survived in perfect or near perfect condition. Combined with valuable errors, collectors are willing to pay top dollar for coins that are rare and in pristine condition, which is why a penny like this could reach a value as high as $1.40 million. Before you start searching through your penny jar, it's important to remember that these rare finds are like winning the lottery. Most 1962 D pennies are worth just a few cents, but for those lucky enough to discover a rare error coin or a penny in mint state condition, the reward could be life-changing. In conclusion, the 1962 D Lincoln penny could be worth up to $1.4 million, but only under specific conditions such as being in mint state, having a high grade, and possessing rare minting errors. It's time to take a closer look at your coin collection and see if you're sitting on a hidden fortune. We're going to dive deep into the world of rare and valuable coins, focusing on the 1995 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny. That's right, this seemingly ordinary penny could actually be worth up to $1.5 million. If you're a coin collector or just curious about how such a common coin could become a treasure, stay tuned because we're about to uncover everything you need to know. The 1995 Lincoln penny is part of the long-running Lincoln cent series, which started back in 1909. These pennies were designed to honor Abraham Lincoln, and they've gone through several design updates over the years. But what makes the 1995 no-mint mark penny so special? It's not just the age of the coin. It's something far more rare and unique. In 1995, millions of pennies were struck, but a small number of them were made with a very particular error. These error coins are what collectors look for, and the right one can bring you a massive return. Now, let's talk about the no-mint mark detail. A no-mint mark penny simply means that it was minted at the Philadelphia Mint. In 1995, pennies from Philadelphia were not stamped with a mint mark. This is normal, so don't get confused. Just because a penny doesn't have a mint mark doesn't make it rare by itself. But combined with the right error, these coins can become highly valuable. The key feature of the 1995 no-mint mark Lincoln penny that makes it potentially worth millions is the doubling error, often referred to as a double die. This error occurs when the coin is struck twice by the die, causing certain parts of the design to appear doubled. On the 1995 penny, this doubling is most noticeable in the words "Liberty" and "In God We Trust" on the front of the coin. You'll need to look closely, but if you spot this doubling, you could be holding a fortune in your hands. So how do you know if your 1995 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is worth $1.5 million? Well, the value depends on a few factors. First, the coin needs to be in excellent condition. Coins that have been well preserved over time can fetch higher prices. Coins that have been graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC tend to sell for the highest amounts. The famous 1995 double die penny in top condition has fetched prices up to $1.5 million at auctions, but even lesser grades can still be worth thousands. Wondering if you might have one of these rare pennies? Here's what to do. First, carefully examine your 1995 no-mint mark penny under good lighting or with a magnifying glass. Focus on the words "Liberty" and "In God We Trust" to see if there's any noticeable doubling. If you think you've found a double die error, the next step is to have it authenticated by a professional coin grading service. They'll be able to confirm whether your coin is the real deal and assign it a grade based on its condition, which will determine its value. If you happen to find one of these rare 1995 double die pennies, congratulations, you might be sitting on a small fortune. The best place to sell valuable coins is through professional coin auctions or reputable coin dealers. Auctions like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers are known for selling high-value coins to serious collectors. You could also consider selling online through sites like eBay, but be sure to get your coin graded first to ensure you're getting the best possible price. And there you have it, everything you need to know about the 1995 no-mint mark Lincoln penny that could be worth up to $1.5 million. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just curious about what's in your pocket change, it pays to know the value of the coins you come across. If you think you have a rare 1995 double die penny, don't hesitate to get it checked out. Who knows, you might be holding $1 million treasure. We're diving into the incredible world of rare coins, specifically the 1981 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, which could potentially be worth up to $1.7 million. That's right. A simple penny you may have come across in your pocket change could be worth a fortune. In this video, we'll explore why this particular coin is so valuable, what makes it unique, and how you can identify if you have one of these rare treasures. First, let's talk about the basics. The 1981 Lincoln penny is part of the famous Lincoln Memorial series, which was minted between 1959 and 2008. Most of these coins are pretty common and don't hold significant value, but there are a few exceptions that collectors are willing to pay big money for. One of the key factors that can make a penny worth a lot of money is its condition, but we'll get into that a little later. Now, the reason why the 1981 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is so special is that it was struck without a mint mark. Normally, pennies from this year were minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, and the coins from Denver and San Francisco would have a D or an S mint mark to indicate where they were produced. However, pennies from Philadelphia often don't have a mint mark, which is common for coins from this mint. So, why would a no-mint mark penny be worth so much? It all comes down to the rarity of the coin in exceptional condition and its desirability among collectors. In general, coins that are missing their mint mark can be more valuable, but what really pushes this particular penny into the $1 million range is its grading. Coin grading is a process used to evaluate a coin's condition. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. For example, a 1981 Lincoln penny in circulated condition may only be worth face value, or a little more depending on how worn it is. But if the coin is in uncirculated or near-perfect condition, it can skyrocket in value. A coin graded as MS65 or higher, meaning it's in mint state with no signs of wear, is extremely rare for this year. It's these high-grade, uncirculated pennies that collectors are willing to pay top dollar for. Let's not forget that errors or unique features can also drive up a coin's value. While the 1981 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny isn't considered an error coin, it is its scarcity in such pristine condition that makes it so desirable. There are very few of these coins known to exist in top-tier condition, and that scarcity is what drives the value into the millions. Now, how can you determine if your 1981 penny is worth a small fortune? First, take a close look at the coin. If there's no mint mark under the date, that means it was likely minted in Philadelphia. Next, examine the overall condition of the penny. Look for signs of wear, such as scratches, nicks, or any kind of damage. If the coin looks uncirculated or barely touched, it may be worth sending it to a professional grading service to get a more accurate assessment. If your penny comes back with a high grade, such as MS65 or higher, you could be sitting on a coin worth thousands or even millions of dollars. However, it's important to remember that the value of any coin is determined by the market, meaning what someone is willing to pay for it at a given time. While some 1981 no-mint Mark Lincoln pennies have sold for millions, not every coin will reach that value. But if you're lucky enough to have a coin in top condition, the potential is certainly there. So, what should you do if you find a 1981 Lincoln penny in great condition? First, handle it with care. Avoid touching the surface of the coin directly with your fingers, as oils from your skin can cause damage. Use gloves or hold the coin by its edges. Next, consider getting the coin professionally graded. This process can help you get an official grade and better understand its value. Finally, if you do have a high-grade penny, you may want to consider selling it at auction or through a reputable coin dealer. Rare coins like this one often attract serious collectors who are willing to pay a premium for the chance to add it to their collection. In conclusion, the 1981 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny is a true gem for collectors, especially in uncirculated condition. Its rarity, combined with the right market conditions, could make it worth up to $1.7 million. So, take a close look at your change and see if you might have one of these valuable coins in your possession. It's always worth checking because you never know when you might stumble upon a hidden fortune. Thank you for watching, and be sure to subscribe to our BS Coins World for more content on valuable coins that could be hiding right under your nose. We're talking about the 2008 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny that could be worth as much as $1.8 million. Yes, you heard that right. A single penny from 2008 has the potential to bring a fortune. So, if you have any loose change lying around, you'll want to stay tuned to learn how this penny can make you rich. First, let's get to know the 2008 Lincoln penny. This penny is part of the famous Lincoln Cent series that has been in production since 1909. In 2008, the penny still featured the classic design with Abraham Lincoln's portrait on the front, or obverse, and the Lincoln Memorial on the back, or reverse. These pennies were produced in large quantities, but the key here is finding one that lacks a mint mark. Now, you might be wondering, what exactly does no mint mark mean? Well, in the United States, most coins are stamped with a small letter to indicate where they were minted. For example, pennies from the Denver Mint have a D mark, and those from the Philadelphia Mint have a P. However, sometimes coins are produced without a mint mark, and this can make them much more valuable. For the 2008 penny, if you come across one without any mint mark, it could be an incredibly rare find. These no mint mark pennies were likely minted in Philadelphia, but for some reason the mint mark was left off. And this little error could turn an ordinary penny into an extraordinary treasure. Why is it worth $1.80 million? So, how does a penny with no mint mark become worth $1.8 million? It all comes down to rarity and demand. Coins that were mistakenly produced without a mint mark are rare, and rare coins often fetch huge prices at auctions or among collectors. The more unique the error, the higher the value. In the case of the 2008 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny, collectors are willing to pay top dollar for this type of coin, especially if it's in excellent condition. The highest grade, known as MS70, can fetch the most money. So, if you happen to find one in near-perfect condition, you could potentially sell it for up to $1.80 million. Now that you know how valuable this penny could be, let's talk about what you should look for. First, grab any 2008 pennies you have and inspect them closely. Look just below the date on the front of the coin. If there's no mint mark, you may have found something special. But that's not all. You'll also want to check the condition of the penny. Coins that have been circulated or used in everyday transactions are less valuable than those that have been kept in pristine condition. The fewer scratches, dents, or marks, the more likely your penny will be worth a higher amount. Getting your penny appraised. So, what do you do if you think you've found a 2008 no-mint mark Lincoln penny? The first step is to get it authenticated and graded by a professional. Coin grading services like PCGS or NGC specialize in determining the authenticity and condition of coins. They'll give your penny a grade, and the higher the grade, the more valuable your penny will be. Once your penny has been authenticated and graded, it's time to consider selling it. You can try selling it at a high-end coin auction, where collectors are always on the lookout for rare and valuable coins. Alternatively, you can list your penny on websites like eBay, where collectors search for unique finds. Keep in mind that a rare coin like this could attract serious bidders, and the price can skyrocket quickly. Thoughts? The idea of finding a 2008 no-mint mark Lincoln penny worth $1.8 million might sound like a dream, but it's very real. With the right conditions and a little bit of luck, your loose change could turn into a small fortune. So, check your coins carefully, especially if you come across any 2008 pennies. You never know. You might just be holding a coin that could change your life. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about valuable coins that could be hiding in your pocket, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more exciting coin collecting content. Don't forget to share this video with your friends. They might have a hidden treasure of their own. We're diving into the world of Lincoln pennies and focusing on a very special coin, the 1994 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, which could be worth a staggering $1.9 million. Yes, you heard that right. A penny that could make you a millionaire. Let's get right into why this particular coin is so valuable and what you should be looking for. First, let's talk about the history of the 1994 Lincoln penny. By this time, the Lincoln penny had been in circulation for nearly 85 years, having first been minted in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. But what makes the 1994 version stand out so much? It's the fact that some of these pennies do not have a mint mark. Now, you may be asking, why does a missing mint mark matter? And what is a mint mark anyway? A mint mark is a small letter stamped on a coin to indicate where it was minted. For example, a D would signify that it was produced at the Denver Mint, and an S would indicate it came from the San Francisco Mint. However, coins without a mint mark were struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which doesn't typically place a mark on pennies. But for this 1994 penny, the lack of a mint mark and its extraordinary condition makes it a potential jackpot for collectors. So, what makes this 1994 penny worth $1.9 million? Well, its rarity is a major factor. The 1994 no-mint mark Lincoln penny must be in almost perfect condition, known as mint state or graded at MS 68 or higher by professional coin graders. Coins in mint state condition mean they've never been circulated and have absolutely no wear or tear. This is extremely rare for a coin that's been around for decades. Most pennies in circulation pick up nicks, scratches, and grime, which lowers their value. But a flawless 1994 no-mint mark penny could be worth a fortune. Additionally, the demand for rare Lincoln pennies has skyrocketed over the years. Coin collectors and investors are willing to pay huge amounts for coins that are in perfect condition and have unique traits, like a missing mint mark. It's like a treasure hunt for them, and the 1994 no-mint mark penny is one of the most sought-after treasures. Another important detail to consider is the metal composition. The 1994 Lincoln penny is primarily made of copper-plated zinc, unlike earlier pennies which were almost entirely copper. However, finding one in exceptional condition is a challenge, and that's part of what makes it so valuable. Now, let's talk about how you can identify whether you have a 1994 no-mint mark Lincoln penny that could be worth millions. Here's what you should look for. The first and most important thing is that there's no mint mark under the date. Check the condition of the coin. Does it appear shiny and new, without any scratches or signs of wear? If so, it could be in mint state. It's a good idea to get the coin graded by a professional. Grading services like PCGS or NGC can help determine the exact condition of your coin. The higher the grade, the more valuable it could be. If you think you've got a 1994 no-mint mark penny in excellent condition, it could be worth getting it appraised. Even if your coin isn't valued at $1.9 million, it might still be worth hundreds or thousands of dollars depending on its condition. Imagine finding a penny in your spare change and discovering it could be worth life-changing money. That's the thrill of coin collecting, and this 1994 no-mint mark penny is a perfect example of how even the smallest coin can hold enormous value. Before we wrap up, here's a quick tip. Always check your pocket change, coin jars, or even older collections. You never know what treasures could be hiding in plain sight. And remember, condition is key. The better the state of the coin, the higher the value. That brings us to the end of today's video. If you enjoyed learning about the 1994 no-mint mark Lincoln penny and its potential $1.9 million value, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more content like this. We'll continue to bring you the latest on rare coins that could be worth a fortune. We are going to talk about the 1976 Lincoln penny, which could potentially be worth an astounding $1.5 million. That's right, a penny that you could have in your pocket or collection might just make you a millionaire. We'll go over what makes this coin so valuable, the key features to look for, and how you can find out if you have one of these rare and valuable coins. The 1976 penny was minted in Denver, which is what the D mint mark stands for. During this year, millions of pennies were produced, so it might seem like any other ordinary coin. But there are a few things that can set some of these pennies apart, making them incredibly valuable to collectors. The condition of the coin is one of the most important factors. Coins that are in uncirculated or mint condition can fetch much higher prices than those that have been worn down by use. Collectors and investors are willing to pay top dollar for pristine coins that still have all of their original details and luster. Another factor that can increase the value of a 1976 penny is if it has any rare errors. Error coins are highly sought after by collectors because they are unique. Sometimes a penny might be struck with a double image, a misaligned die, or some other minting mistake that makes it different from the rest. These errors can significantly boost the coin's value, especially if it's a major error that is rare and hard to find. When it comes to the 1976 penny worth $1.5 million, the combination of rarity, condition, and potential errors plays a huge role. Most pennies from this year won't be worth much more than face value, but if you have a flawless coin or one with a rare error, you're looking at a significant increase in value. So how can you tell if your 1976 penny is worth millions? First, examine the coin closely. Look at the details like Lincoln's portrait, the lettering, and the date. A coin that has clear, sharp details without signs of wear and tear is going to be more valuable. If the coin has any unusual features like a doubling of the image or other striking errors, it's definitely worth getting it appraised by a professional coin grading service. Next, the condition of the coin is graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect mint condition coin. The closer your coin is to a grade of 70, the higher its value will be. Coins that receive high grades from professional grading services can sell for thousands, if not millions of dollars. It's also important to remember that demand plays a role in the value of a coin. As more collectors seek out high-grade 1976 pennies or those with rare errors, the value of these coins continues to rise. It's always a good idea to keep an eye on coin auctions and sales to see how much these pennies are selling for, as prices can fluctuate over time. If you believe you have a 1976 penny that could be worth a significant amount, it's essential to get it authenticated and graded by a professional. This will ensure that you know exactly what you have and what it's worth. Once your coin is authenticated, you can explore selling it at a coin auction or through a reputable dealer to ensure you get the best price possible. So, what does this mean for you? It means that if you have a 1976 penny in excellent condition or one with rare errors, you could be sitting on a coin that's worth a fortune. Even if you don't have one right now, it's worth keeping an eye out for these pennies as you go through your pocket change or coin collection. In conclusion, the 1976 Lincoln penny might not seem like much at first glance, but under the right circumstances, it could be worth as much as $1.5 million. Whether it's the condition, the rarity, or a mint error that makes your coin special, these factors could turn an ordinary penny into an extraordinary treasure. Keep searching, keep collecting, and you might just find yourself holding a piece of history that could change your life forever.